This is the first letter in my Letters from My Higher Self collection. So, this will be an anthology that I'm going to continue adding to because I often get really important messages and downloads from my higher self, and it doesn't happen as often as I would like because I feel that I'm too distracted, which is what this first letter is about, really. So let me just get right into it. I try to talk to you in the pauses, the moments when your brain isn't so preoccupied with everything and everyone, overcrowded, too loud for my voice to break through. The silences are rare, occasionally occurring when you're using your hands instead of your mind, cooking dinner for the family, or doodling aimlessly. Those are the times I can slip in and remind you who you are, who we are, beyond the roles you play. What is your legacy? What is the big picture? You wonder about this subconsciously, and my task is to bring all those unconscious thoughts to the forefront. You're afraid to feel the extensiveness of your being, to feel how powerful you are when you take off the self-imposed shackles. The world force-fed you the limitation soup until you started eating it willingly. The line between imprisonment and freedom gets blurred easily. The polarities of everything are two sides of the same coin. What does it really mean to be free? What does it mean to you? How will you know the shackles have been removed? This was my response. When I can speak my heart without being afraid. What stops you from speaking your heart? Does it feel safer? Certainly not if you continue to feel unfulfilled, misaligned, and anxious. You hold so many dreams in your being that await their manifestation, a gentle pull into the physical. You can give them life. It's you. It's always been you. You rationalize why you can't. You keep telling yourself you're too tired, you'll do it tomorrow, you don't have the resources. But at what point do these reasonings become barriers to a forward movement? When will you feel the intensity of what you're giving up if you stay stuck in one place? Will it take an approach to death's door for you to wake up? To feel the intensity and richness of each moment? Every choice wields the power of the sun. Will you walk around the prison bars? Will you notice that they've been open all along? You stand there gripping the metal, but your imprisonment has been an illusion. You can run out into the sea of opportunity. The sand is waiting for your footprints. You can be as light as the breeze and as free as the birds. Once your heart opens to the beauty of this journey, your eyes will see anew. Letter. I just want to take a moment because I think I just want to add a little bit, just a little bit of an explanation. My higher self, I consider to be my most aligned, empowered, present, intuitive version of myself. And I don't always have access to her, or as it's kind of written in this letter, like I don't always hear her. And I'm so preoccupied with what's going on here in the physical that I don't really pause to reflect on why I'm actually doing the things that I'm doing. Like, what is it all for? What's the big picture? What's my legacy? What am I trying to leave behind? And those are big questions, but they're important questions because it's so easy to get sidetracked, distracted, and afraid to feel how much power we actually have. And we have quite a bit of it once we realize that we're in control of what we do and how we react and how we think about things. We can't control what happens externally. Like, we can't control the circumstances, the situations that we get put in, but us, us is what we can control. Our presence and our intentionality and our mindfulness can lead us down so many beautiful paths, but we have to be open, we have to be willing. And so I had these downloads a couple of days ago. It was around the time that I got the call to share my writing and my poetry and to really like put my energy into that. And when I had these epiphanies of like, what are you doing? Like, why do you keep telling yourself you can't? You've been telling yourself you can't for so long, but is it even true? And once I heard that, I was like, yeah, that feels aligned. That feels important, because it was true, and it is true. I have been telling myself I can't for so long. So this is me doing it. This is me doing it afraid and anxious and doubtful and stepping into the unknown and not knowing what the outcome is going to be, but like really committing to it this time. I've gone down so many paths, or tried to go down so many paths, but I never truly committed, because as soon as things didn't go the way that I wanted, it would be like an affirmation, like, okay, see, it's not going to work out, but it's going to work out in the way that it has to work out, in the way that the universe will just make it all play out the way it's supposed to, I think. And anyways, let me know if you talk to your higher self, or whatever you call that version of you that's wise and enlightened and conscious. It's always interesting the things that the epiphanies that I can get from just being present and listening and putting everything else away to the side for a little while. Yeah, I hope you liked the letter essay. As I said, this is going to be a collection, so I'm going to keep sharing these parts of myself. And to me, these are the most like intimate thoughts that I have. They're the most raw and vulnerable, and so sharing them feels vulnerable. It feels exposing in a sense, but it's important, I think. I think thoughts like this and writing like this, just words, are more important right now than ever. So